gonna look at me. Don't worry about the camera.
Okay.
And if I look at my phone, I'm not talking to my chick. I'm looking at these questions I got drawn up for you.
All right.
All right, dog. Tell me your full name and your position here at VetMX.
My name's Jake Petersen. Really, I'm just a member of VetMX. I'm not anything important, I guess. Just a rider and a member. Try to meet new people. If I meet new service members, I'm out at the tracks and I tell them about VetMX and try to get them signed up, and that's about it. So.
No worries. Okay. Tell me what the hell we're doing out here today.
We're at the Kirk Seeley Ride Day today. You know, and even though he's passed, it's a good way to get out there, and it's a foundation, builds money, helps out people. And we're out here today just riding, hanging out. We're out here with I don't say about 20, 25 VetMX guys out here today. We're all camped out together, just riding, having a good old time, and rode all day. No one got hurt. Now we're drinking some beers. So that's about it.
That was a success then. How long have you been riding dirt bikes for, and when did you start riding? Like, have dirt bikes always been a part of your life?
I started riding dirt bikes when I was 9 years old. My stepdad got me into it, and I rode from 9 to about 15, 16, and then I started getting in some trouble and everything, and then they sold my dirt bike. My parents tried to get me in line, and then I ended up joining the military at 18, and I didn't ride from, I say, 99 was probably the last year I rode, and then I started riding again in 2020. So I took quite a long break from riding motocross. I still watch the sport, I still go to races and everything, but I didn't physically own a bike and ride until, I'll say like March or May of 2020.
Wow, it's like 20 years.
Like 20 years, yeah. And then I started racing again, got the groove, and then in 21 I broke my neck. So I broke my C2 to my T1. And I was laid up for a while, and they told me I wouldn't be able to ride dirt bikes anymore, and I sold my dirt bike. And then I went back after like 6 weeks to get a checkup, and they're like, miraculously, you healed. And the first thing I did, I went out and bought another dirt bike, and started riding again. My wife was so pissed off at me, but I love the sport, and it's a good sport, and it's cool people, and it's a thrill. I like the thrill of it. You miss out on that kind of stuff, and it gives you vigor still, I guess.
Yeah, totally. That was kind of my next question. Like, how do you feel when you're riding your dirt bike? Is it a form of therapy, or like, what does it do for you?
It's a form of therapy. Keeps my mind focused, because really you're riding in the moment, and you're not really thinking about too much else. It's kind of like when your mind can clear and everything, and you're out there riding, and you're on the track, and you're trying to better yourself, and you're always trying to challenge yourself. And for me, I like to see some progression when I ride. Like, I know, like, I'll never be a pro, or I'm never gonna get paid for this stuff, but if I can hit a technical section, or I can clear this double, or I can hit this big tabletop, then it's a sense of accomplishment for me. And also I can get out there and I kind of get some aggressions out, and it's just, I don't know, to me, riding motocross is actually like relaxing. So it's just like kind of, really just only just focusing on one thing and just trying to stay off my head. So.
Exactly. Okay, so trying to segue into VetMX now. Tell me about your background with the military. Did you serve in the military?
Yeah, I did 23 years. I'm a retired Chief Petty Officer. I spent 22 years flying LCACs, which is a big Navy hovercraft. So we transport marine equipment from ship to shore. Anything from 13 Hummers to an Abrams tank. So I worked a lot with the Marines, and then I was in the amphibious Navy. And I stayed in the same community for my entire career. I progressed up from the bottom of the craft crew spectrum, all up to like running a craft of my own. And so when I retired, I had this big void in my life again, because I going to a regular job, working 9 to 5, or sitting at a desk when you're flying hovercraft, for all these years, like how can you compete with that? So, with the VetMX and the motocross, it really kind of filled that void that I had when I felt like I was missing out on something. I was missing the excitement in life. So, but now it's motocross definitely, in VetMX, the guys and hanging out with everybody helps me out and gives me that thrill in life and kind of that adventure and excitement that you want. And I don't think we necessarily think that we really want it or crave it, but we do. You're so used to living like this wild life and going overseas and going to war and chasing Somali pirates or whatever it is. And like I said, flying a cool hovercraft to, hey, I'm my full-time dad now, or I got to sit behind this desk and do this paperwork, and it drove me nuts.
Love it. So VetMX kind of helped fulfill that need for adrenaline and keep moving fast.
It did.
Expand on that a little. Tell me about that. How, and if you can kind of restate the question and the answer, say, without VetMX, I don't know, what I would have done. I was sitting home bored, and it inspired me on a whole nother level and a new part of my life.
Yeah, I got back into riding, and then one day I was at Lake Elsinore. I saw a VetMX tent, right, like we have behind us here, and that's when I met Mark, and he told me, like, hey man, this is a motorcycle club for dirt bikes and all. It's military based. Everybody that joins is military members or prior service, and with me, it helps feel a sense of camaraderie that I didn't have after I retired. So I know, like, it may sound kind of weird, but like I don't necessarily feel like veterans that do like a long time like me, or I did 23 years, getting back into the civilian sector of life. There's a big gap because you experience so much stuff and you've seen things that the average human doesn't see or experience, and they can't relate to you on that. So when you can be with a group of guys that have experienced the same thing you have in life, you don't even have to talk about it, or anything, but you just know that they know how you feel. And so it almost is kind of like a sense of, like, an easy sense being around them. Like I see these guys, maybe once a month or every now and then, but it's like I just saw them yesterday. We're all hanging out, we're all BSing, we're making fun of each other's branches, and just like you did it when you're in the military. And honestly, you kind of like, you feel safe. You feel safe around them. Like there was a long time, when I was in the military and I come home, I couldn't be in big crowds, or I get nervous being around people, or if I spoke a certain way, I think like, if I cursed a lot or I spoke my mind, then I felt like I was kind of ostracized. But when I'm with these guys and I'm at the events and at the clinics or the national and all, I just feel like I'm back in the service, and with a bunch of brothers and sisters, and it's just fun. Like I went to my first national the same year I retired, and I had this huge gap, and I was kind of feeling lost. I was feeling lost in life, and the foundation, the VetMX Foundation, it fills that void for me. So,
boom. Cool events that Veterans MX holds through the year. You kind of touched right there. They would go to the nationals, the Supercross.
Yeah, VetMX, we do all the nationals, Supercross races. Always a tent there. We try to get the word out. There's always, there's always a veteran walking around that's probably in the same shoes that we are, or that I was in. And they love the motocross community. They love racing dirt bikes or riding dirt bikes, and it's a thrill for them. And then just having that group of veterans that you can, like, the camaraderie makes it even better, right? So we do ride clinics throughout the year. We'll all get together, even to the point where we're like,
he's a vet.
Yeah,
that's Anthony. He's a vet too. This fucking guy.
Fuckers. But yeah, like little, like it's a group effort. But I said, like, we do the national. Everybody gets together and have a good time racing all week and doing clinics. We've had some pros come out and help us ride and give us techniques and pointers. Yeah. We even have a Facebook page, so I can sit there, I go on the Southwest VetMX page and be like, hey, riding Fox tomorrow, and then 2 or 3 guys show up just to ride with me, and it's cool too, because if you get hurt, people like load your, like it happened to me. I split my chin wide open, Had a couple of veterans there load my bike up and help me, get back on the road home. So I go home and get yelled at by the wife for splitting my chin wide open. But, rung my bell a little bit. But you have your bros there to help you.
I love it. Where do you want to see VetaMX looking forward? Where do you want to see it go and grow to?
I think the AMA and everybody's been real good helping us get out there and get airtime on national television. I like to see VetaMX get out there and reach more people. We got people that the adaptive riding and all that, or like the Moto-demption. You have veterans that lost limbs and everything like that, and they're like me. They still want that thrill in life, but maybe they think they can't do that because they're impaired physically. And seeing the Moto-demption guys come out and seeing the guys racing and getting back on a bike and seeing the thrill that they have in it, it fills that void and then makes them whole again. I feel I would like to see VetaMX get out there a little more, and it's tough as a veteran when you get a phone call that one of your friends committed suicide, and it happens more than you think, like to the point where you think that the Grim Reaper is real, man. Like death's apparent, and even after these guys come back from war and they make it home, you may have some physical scars or mental scars, but honestly, I think the mental scars wear on you more, and you get to the point where you're lost in life, and maybe you don't feel like you have a sense of purpose or no one understands you. But there's a group of guys that ride motocross, and we all understand you, and that and it sucks. Like, I lost count of the amount of people that have committed suicide that were friends of mine because they couldn't come home and adapt to being civilians anymore. And it'd be cool, to get it out there, even if it's just you don't even know how to ride, man. Come ride my bike. I'll let you borrow my gear. And there's still purpose. There's still purpose for you, and all of us go through stuff. And I've been on the VetaMX page at 11 o'clock at night in California and seen a person from the Midwest say, "Hey, man, I think about committing suicide tonight." And then you see all this stuff blow up. Like, "Hey, man, we're here for you. Here's my number. Give me a call. Don't do that." And I think VetaMX community in a whole, you all look out for each other, and I want all veterans to know that, in this crazy, dangerous sport of motocross, we've all thrived in danger. We've all thrived in wild times and shenanigans, and you still have that same kind of stuff without getting shot at or having the military structure, but you still have your military brothers and sisters that got your back, and we want to see you thrive and get better and be okay. And if you have help, reach out. You don't hold that shit in. Don't do something that you can't recoup from. That Veteran 22 stuff's real. And I think VetaMX is a good way for guys, I guess, just get that sense of purpose back again, and riding, and even just hanging out. Like, I'd come here today without my bike, just hang out with everybody, because I miss that. That's what I want to see VetaMX to get big like that, where you just know about it. Like, you know about Supercross and you know about motocross. I just want you to know that VetaMX is out there, and there's a group of guys. They've been through the same stuff you've been through, and you ride motocross. We want to hang out. You're my boy. I'm here to have fun with you. And that's what I loved about the National. I made so many friends that day, that week when I was out there, and it's a good community, man. It's good. It's not,
we're going to announce our raffle.
I don't know. It feels that thrill.
This is an incredible car.
I love it.
Ready for this many
You're the
views?
man. You're the man. Phil, thank you. Who would you like to thank for? I guess obviously thank you, VetaMX, but anyone you want to thank? Let's see. Any thank yous, sponsors, foundations, people, donors, for being here today?
Whew, man. There's a lot of companies that support VetaMX, and off the top of my head, I know a few, like Fly, stuff like that. Really with today, really the Glen Helen, known as Glen Helen, Bud, like, to put this event on is awesome. You know, I know he faces a lot of backlash from the moto community sometimes, but he's a good dude, man. He's always there to support everything and everybody. You know, this is tough.
I guess, dude, just give me a more concise, like, not doesn't have to be today. Give me a sincere thinking veteran MX and your brothers, and one more reach out just to make sure I get the audio good. Kind of reiterating what you said before, like, hey, if you're struggling, the 22 a day is real.
Yeah.
And companies like Veteran MX, or the foundations like Veteran MX, really work to bring us together to save lives and to have a great time and to have fun and to live again after war. So if you're out there struggling, like, look us up, come on out.
All right.
A good closer is all.
Yeah. Actually, I just thank the Veteran MX Foundation. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it. Pete and Mark do a lot of stuff for veterans, and the foundation themselves, no pay. You know, the Blankenship brothers, who started the foundation, they're awesome. And really, you know, if you're a vet and you're out there and you feel like you don't have a sense or a purpose anymore, or you just want that thrill in life again, the excitement, that adrenaline rush that you kind of crave, like almost addicted to, and you know, the Veteran MX Foundation is for you, and it's full of a bunch of people that have been to war and suffered through the military, the, you know, welcome to the suck kind of stuff, and we're all here. We're all here for you. We're all here to have fun and hang out, and ride, and camaraderie, drink a few beers, barbecue. You know how it goes, man. But yeah, no, I really think VetMX for continue to put forth the effort to reach veterans and help and make that sense of community. That's what it's all about. You know, and just because you get out of the military doesn't mean you're not a part of something anymore. You know, and that's what VetMX is. Part of something again.
Some entries. If you guys are racers, looking for some entry fees.